A very good evening and a warm welcome to everyone present here. Welcome to third day of Let's Utter with Flutter. This is Sanya Imrose, team member of GDG Nagpur and GDSC for SVP CET, your host for the session. We have with us Aman Khan Ruhani and Himanshu Pokrade, developers and expert in Flutter. We will be resuming basics of Flutter, learning more about widgets and layout, and taking a new step towards animation. Knowing more about how animation plays a vital role when adding interactivity to your application. So, JDG Nagpur, along with WTM Nagpur, have collaborated with seven other DSC leads, that is St. Vincent Pallotti, Government College of Engineering, Cummins College, Institute of Technical Education and Research, Sanjeevani College, Model Institute, and Bajaj Institute of Technology. So, without any further delay, let's dive into Flutter. On to you guys.
Hi guys, good evening. So this is Aman, and so as in the timeline, today we'll discuss about the animations and how they play a vital role while building Flutter applications. So start the screen sharing for that. Okay, Himanshu, is my screen sharing visible?
Yeah, now your screen is visible. We can begin.
Okay, good. So we'll talk about animations. So well-designed animations make a UI feel more intuitive, contribute to the polished app, and improve the user experience. That means its animation supports makes it easy to implement a variety of animation types. So when do we need animation? So there are some special, you can say, some special conditions where we need animations to show. Sometimes, like most of the time, animations are used in games, we can say, and other times we can use it for providing a better user experience to the users in our app. So whenever you think of animations, one thing that will come into your mind is like there are so many types of animations available in Flutter. There are so many widgets given by Flutter which you can use for animation. So before choosing animation, like you need to think about like what you want to achieve while using animations in Flutter. So for people who are coming from other technology, so it's the same like when you need to think like for what purpose you need that animation, right? What purpose should it fulfill, and how much complexity you are looking into it. So there comes choosing an approach technique where there are different approaches which you can take when creating animations. So you have to think about like which approach will be right for you, right? So to help us decide, this is the flow diagram which is being given in the Flutter dev documentation. So I'll go through it in a proper way so that you people can understand like what things we should check before choosing what widget or what technique to use before using animations in your Flutter app. So here is the diagram which you can see here as shown in the video. Sorry, is shown in the this flow chart. The following decision tree helps us decide what approach to use when implementing a Flutter animation. So let's take a scenario. You have already a news app or a social application which is already being developed. Now, your client or if you are working on the app, think that you need some animations to uh, make look and feel of the app much better. For that, what you will do is you need to add some animations to it. So here is the flowchart where we are thinking that yes, I want a Flutter animation, and then we have to ask questions before choosing any technique. the first question which should come is like, is my animation more like a drawing? Does my animation involve layout movement and all those things? Like, will I use rows and columns for that? This question comes into the mind first. So since yesterday we covered about layouts and how rows and columns play a vital role in Flutter while developing UI. So here what I'm thinking is my animation, yeah, will my animation involve layout movement? So will it? If it is, then I will ask that, am I working with a design team? A team, like, for example, you can take a UI designer, which designs animations and all the UI. Does my animation contain drawings with vector graphics or raster images? So what vector graphics are like? They are custom weight graphics, which are being developed using other softwares. So, and another question which should come into your mind is the motion difficult to express in code? Like there are some movements which you have to show which cannot be expressed in code. By expressed in code, I mean there is no widget or there is no particular logic available to implement that. And even if it is available, it will be very complex and very time consuming to achieve that. So that thing also you have to choose. So animations can be simple, animations can be complex. So you have to choose, like, if you if you convert your animations into code, it will then be simple, or it will or another approach will be simple. So here I'm asking, if I want to draw visually, what my animation will do. So if this is the case, if I say yes, okay, this is the case, it is very much complex, then I should use an animation framework like Flare or Lottie. And there are so many third-party packages while building Flutter applications for animations. So we'll not go on to that part. We'll go into that part that no, we can use animated decorations into box decorations and blend modes. Like, yes, I can, it's not that complex. I can do it. Okay. Only if my animation is more like a drawing. It is somewhat complex, but not much complex that I would need a third party package for that. So then I can use a custom painter for explicit animations. So there's a custom painter widget which I can use for that, right? Here, if I say no, it's not like a drawing, it's like just a simple application. So then I again should ask the question. So if the answer is yes, if I am animating the textile, then I can use animated default textile. Okay. Hello, Himanshu.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, can you hear me and can you see the screen share properly?
Yeah. I can see. There's a lag.
It is not
So,
lagging, right?
yeah. There was a lag in
Okay.
between, but now it's okay. You can continue.
It is okay now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'll continue. So yes, we were here. So our application is not much complex, not like a drawing. We just want a simple animation, like we want some text to go from one point to another, or some shapes to move forward. So like that simple animations we want. So we answered no. So then again question comes that, am I animating text? If I am, then I will use the animated default textile. This is the widget which I would use. And if I am not, then again I ask the question, is it okay if my animation goes always forward? Like, are there any discontinues in my animation? Right? So you want it to be the continuous animation, or it should discontinue? Is it okay if I can't make it repeat forever easily? If it is okay, then you can, there is a built-in widget for that. We can use tween animation builder, or use the implicitly animated built-in widget. So these all the widgets which I'm taking name of, these are available in Flutter widget library. This tween animation builder, animated default text style, these two are available in widget library for Flutter. So when I say no, okay, so is there a built-in transition widget for what I want? If it is, then we can use that widget. If that widget is not available, then we can go and we can again answer, have a question like if we want a standalone animated widget. If yes, we can use a subclass animated widget. If no, then we can use animated builder. So these are all the questions which you need to ask before adding any animation into your Flutter app. So these are sometimes complex. So this decision process would look somewhat complex, but this is very much important before using any animation in your Flutter. So when we come to animations, there are two types of animations, implicit and explicit. So I would like Himanshu to explain you them about how they are and how they work. Over to you, Himanshu.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So from here onwards, we'll be looking toward what exactly the implicit and explicit animations are. Okay. So before that, guys, I would like to just tell you one of the thing that is the box decoration. Okay, because in many places you are going to see the box decoration. So exactly, we need to know that what box decoration is. Okay. So like guys, you can consider box decoration is a class. Okay. So which allows you to draw a particular box. Okay, so it can have the various properties like maybe it's a border, okay, or it can be the shadow. Okay, we can set it using the box shadow. Okay, so we are going to use the box decoration class while using the animations in more of the examples. So guys, just remember that box decoration allows us to draw a class. Okay, draw a box, so we can use it in our code. Okay, so one more thing, guys. Whenever we are going to use the animations in Flutter, okay, if you are rendering it in the web, okay, so it's going to lag a bit, okay, because it needs hardware acceleration, and Flutter is not yet so optimized for web that can easily run the animations which are having the higher frame rates. Okay, so remember guys, there will be the time lag between the running application on the mobile platforms as well as on the web platform. So guys, if you're having low end devices, in that you can clearly observe the frame rates dropping. Okay, but yeah, most of the animations are being managed by Flutter greatly. Okay, so yeah, let's begin with this. Now, guys, we will just have the example for the explicit animation first, so I can explain you better. Aman, please, can you just open the explicit animation dartpad?
Yes, yes. Himanshu, are you able to screen share? Can you once try?
Actually, I just tried. I'm not able to share. So please, can you just switch to
This
explicit
one?
animation? Explicit animation first. The third tab from the top.
Yes.
Third tab.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, basically we'll just have a look at one of the example, that's the bouncing ball. Okay. So yeah, Aman, please run that. Okay. So guys, you can clearly see that there's the widget. Okay, as we know that everything is a widget in Flutter. So this is the ball. Okay, so we are just using the Flutter animation in order to make it turn it into an animated object. That is, it's bouncing ball. Okay, so what we actually are doing is we are just switching the particular margin. Okay, whenever the timer is called. Okay, that's for the particular second. So whenever the timer goes from 1 second to another one. So at that time, it will just call the set state. Okay. So we've seen prior that set state is going to be used in the stateful widget. Okay, which is going to change the particular thing on the screen. Okay. So guys, in the similar way, whenever we are going to animate the object, we are going to use the set state in order to change the state of that particular object. That is the ball in our case. Okay. So now, guys, here I will just first of all show you the code for the ball. Okay, that's the green ball. Aman, please, can you just scroll a bit? Okay, here it is. So guys, here you can clearly see that again we are using the box decoration. As I've told you earlier, that box decoration plays a very important role. Okay, when you are going to draw something on screen. Okay, because box decoration is having many properties. Okay, like you can provide the shape for that particular thing. Okay, even though it's called box decoration, you can use the shape as circle. Okay, so guys, here we have defined the shape as the property, where we have taken the circle as the shape, because definitely the ball is in the round shape, okay, in the circle. So definitely we are going to take the circle. You can definitely take square here. There is no problem at all. But for now, we have taken the example as the circle because the ball is in the circular form. So then we have defined the color for that particular widget, that is the ball. Okay, that's the green. You can change it whatever you want. Okay, that's not an issue at all. Then after that, we will define the properties like width and height. Okay, so that's basically going to define the width and height of that particular widget. That's the ball. Okay, so that's all about the widget, that is the ball. Okay, now let's switch back to the animation part. Okay, so guys, here you can see that here we've used margin top as the double. Okay, so this is the basic data type. Here, there is the function defined as change position, okay, which is going to take the parameter as timer t. Okay, so now I would like to introduce this concept of timer. Okay, whenever you want to like call anything or call any method, okay, after a particular time interval, in that case, you can use this timer. Okay, so it's having properties like after what particular second you want to run the particular task, or after what minute you want to run. Okay, so you can directly use the timer class and define that particular thing. So here guys, in the change position, we are just taking the timer as the parameter. Okay, because we are going to change it in seconds. So guys, here it's in the async one. Okay, so I will just explain you what exactly the async is. Okay, after this particular explanation of the code. So after this, guys, inside that particular method, we have called SetState. Okay. So what SetState is going to do is it's going to change the particular state of that ball every time the timer goes from 1 second to another one. Okay. And it's going to replace the property for margin top. Okay. Uh, so basically, guys, what it's going to do is like in the init state. Okay. It's the first method which is being called when the screen is created. Okay, so basically guys, when we call the init state, okay, so in that particular method you can define the like you want to call the APIs. Okay, in that case also you can just directly define the init state, but during the API calls we don't use the init state. For that we actually use the future builder. But for now, as an example, we are using the init state whenever you want, like you don't want to perform any heavy operations. Okay, so at that time you can directly call the init state. Okay, so it's basically going to call whatever methods you defined inside that particular method. Okay, so when the screen is created, it will actually call the methods inside it. Okay, so for instance, here we've defined that margin top equals to 0. Okay, then after that we've called the timer class. Okay, so now we know that time is basically the periodic one. So there is the method called as the periodic inside the timer. So there we pass the duration as 1 second. Okay, so what if we change this 1 second to 2 or 3? Okay, so basically it's going to delay the bouncing of the ball. So now we will just change it from 1 second to 3 seconds. Okay, so the changes will be visible. Okay, so guys, you can clearly see that the bouncing of the ball has been delayed. Okay, so basically, guys, you are having total control of the that particular widget's animation. So that's what the explicit animation is. Okay. So now you guys might be clear that exactly what explicit animation is, because the overall control if you are having over the animation, okay, that type of animation is called as the explicit animations. Okay. So in our example, we are having the control that exactly after what particular time interval the ball should bounce. Okay, so here we have defined 3 seconds for now, which was earlier 1 second. So in the similar way, guys, you can control your widget. That's the explicit animations. Okay, so
Anyone has any issues regarding what is an explicit application can ask here. can let us know in the comments if anything is not clear. We can repeat them. Everything is all right. Okay, Himanshu, you can continue.
So yeah, we'll just continue with it. So guys, for better explanation, I will just tell you that in the previous example, that's the bouncing ball. Okay, we've been using the margin property. Okay, in order to alter the position of the ball. Okay, in that way also we are animating that particular object, because even though you are changing the margin for that particular widget, okay, so it's going to affect the position of that particular widget. Okay, so that's what animation is, because animation works in frame by frame method. Okay, so here also we are just adding the margin property to that particular widget, so that it's going to change its position from one place to another one. Okay, then again back. So that's what the animation is. And there's a thing that basically Flutter is being used for animation itself. Okay, like if you want to build the UI, which is having like more animations and everything. Okay, so as compared to the native applications, the Flutter is well known for the animations, because there are lots of options and it's easily available in Flutter, because lots of libraries have been there. You don't have to include any other libraries. Okay, so guys, here you can clearly use those libraries and build some awesome user interface. Okay, so guys, that's what about the explicit animations. Okay, so now we'll be having the look towards the implicit animations. Okay. Okay,
Want me to
I'm
head to
gonna
the
just,
code lab?
yeah, first we'll move towards the code and then we'll have the explanation for that. So it will be better for understanding, because it's totally visual part.
Yeah,
So it will
sure.
be better to show them the hands-on first. Okay, Aman, can you just run it once again? I guess it's paused or what?
Okay, it seems like Aman Khan is also lagged. Yeah,
Okay, so Anmol, just share the screen.
sure. Just a sec.
Yeah, sure.
Can you give me the link?
Sure, sure. Yeah, I've shared.
Yeah, here it goes. Just a sec.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm the host, so I need to make sure that I don't lose access. Otherwise, how can we do it?
Right, right, right.
Few clicks. Yeah, sorted.
Yeah, we can continue.
So where were we?
Yeah, so we'll first see the example, guys, exactly what we are going to do in the implicit animations. Okay, so we'll just run this particular piece of code for the better understanding.
Is it working?
Amol, can you just click on this run button? Yeah, now it's working. So yeah, guys, here it's one of the error, that is the bottom overflowed by a particular pixel. So we've seen this error before. Okay, so that's basically because of the you can say improper management of the responsiveness. Okay, so yeah, we will not focus on that particular part today. We'll just have the look towards what the implicit animation is. Okay, so now if you just click on this show details. Okay, Anmol, please can you just click on that show details?
This one, lower
Yeah.
right.
No. On the top, below the image.
Okay, I did. It's overlapping.
Uh, okay. Just a second.
Yes, it's badly overlapping. I can see it is type owl, age 39, something else.
Right. That's what the animated widget is.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Can you fix the error right now?
Actually, the thing is, the screen resolution is a bit low as compared to what it's done. Okay. So we'll first have to just add the media queries and everything. So it's going to take a bit time there. So
Okay.
just a second.
No, it still stands at the same problem.
Just a second. I'll just make sure that. Anmol, please, can you just open the dartpad?
Yeah, sure.
Another tab? Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, Jatin, yeah, definitely we can use the single child scroll view, but the thing is that we'll then again have to scroll to that particular part and show you what exactly the output is. Okay, so we will not use single child scroll view for now
Right.
because we are playing with the animations. Okay, so I won't suggest you to use for now. Definitely we can use the single child scroll view. It's not like that we can't.
For sure. Yeah, it's working here.
That's great. Now, please, can you just click it on show details and more?
I did. It's already showing the
Yeah,
details. The
actually,
same.
it got clicked. Yeah, right. Got it. So basically, guys, here you can see that on pressed, okay, we are not calling anything. Okay, so basically, whenever you are going to click on that particular show details, so it's not going to do anything. But did you guys notice one thing? That when we are clicking on that particular text, okay, that's the show details. Anmol, please can you just click once again on the show details? You can clearly see, guys, if it's visible, that whenever we are going to click on that particular show details part, okay, so it's generating the wave effect on that particular text. Okay, so that's also the part of animation itself. Okay, so that's already built in, and what are the color it's taking? Okay, it's the blue accent color. We can change it from here. Anmol, can you just please change the particular color for that text?
Yes. To
So,
which color?
for example, yeah, just make it red.
I hope Cav small red. Yeah, it works.
Yeah. Now, please click on it. So, guys, you can now clearly like differentiate between the old and new one. That whenever we are clicking on the particular show details text, okay, so it's generating the wave effect in the background. Okay, that's also the part of the animation. So, guys, here you can clearly see one thing, that whenever we are just running this implicit animations. Okay, so basically, guys, these are the visual effects. Okay, in the form of, you can say, motion and everything. Okay, so guys, in previous one, that is the explicit, you can clearly see that we can manage each and everything related to the particular animated widget. Okay, but here, guys, yeah, Niket. We are going to move to that particular part also. But first, we'll just have the look toward what exactly the inbuilt animation for this thing is. Okay. So here, whenever we are going to just click on that particular like text, that is the show details, it's going to generate the wave effect. Okay. So guys, these are the implicit animations. Okay. These are not controllable by us. Okay. So basically, whenever you are going to like click and whatever the effect they are going to generate, okay. So for that, there is another option. Then you will have to create the explicit animation in order to define your own and then use. But the implicit animations, they are the inbuilt. Okay. So yeah, now we'll just move to the other part. Amul, can you just move to the another example? The first step. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
sure.
will be. Just
Is
move a
it?
bit. No, no, no.
Set the duration, putting all
Uh,
together. Example shape shifting
okay.
effect.
Yeah, that will be okay.
Okay, let's take it to dartpad.
Yeah.
It is supposed to change, right?
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second.
This is strange. Let's run it here.
I guess there's a problem with the that. But are you running it in the incognito mode? Because
No, it's perhaps it is a start. Okay, there are
wait,
some
wait.
changes to do in
Yeah,
it later.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, you can see this. It's
yeah.
currently set to null.
You haven't set the properties for the on click now. That's why you just copied that one.
Yep,
So here, guys. Now we'll just
we
have to
can
look at.
follow this, I guess. We can
Yeah, yeah,
follow
yeah.
these
Sure,
steps.
sure, sure.
Making this container.
First, please
Where
can
is
you
this
just
container?
replace that container? Yeah,
Where is that container?
just a second. Please can you just get back to that so I can guide you properly.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's this size box. Okay, uh, Anmol, can you please just get back to that?
dartpad, right?
Yeah,
We
that
need
one.
a size box. This is
Anmol,
the
please
one
can you just
pressed.
go to that particular class? Okay,
I
let's
think
do it.
this is the container. I think this is the container.
Yeah,
Size
yeah,
box, yes.
yeah, yeah. So here you need to
This
replace that
needs
one.
to be made. Animated container, okay. Animated container.
Now it's good. Now it will just give the
Error.
warning because yeah, definitely it's going to because we've not defined the animated container yet. Okay, so we
Yeah,
will.
and it also expects a duration.
Anmol, please can you just let Aman join us because he's not able to join, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yes, he's here.
Okay,
Okay,
so
I am stepping down now.
yeah. Aman, can you just share your screen, please?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Who said it is going to be easy, but it is going to be fun.
It's all about animation.
Can you please allow?
Yeah, okay, stepping down. Over to you both, Himanshu and Aman.
Yeah, 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 sure. Aman, can you just switch to implicit animations?
Sure.
And please open the dartpad on another side, okay? Hello, Aman, are you there?
Can you see the dartpad?
No, your dartpad isn't visible to me.
Wait, I need to share all the screen.
Yeah.
Anmol, can you allow screen sharing?
Okay. Now it's great. Okay. So yeah, we'll just get back to the implicit animations, guys. So yeah, Aman, just move to the implicit animations tab. Please go to the shape shifting animation. Okay, that's the complete one. Yeah, yeah, we can go with the fading too. Just select that and move to the dart pad.
Hi, Himanshu.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Should I run this or?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can continue.
Here
Okay.
it is.
So guys, we'll just get back to our first example because we were unable to run it. So now we can run it in a proper way. So guys, here's the image. Okay. So yesterday we talked about the image widget. Okay. So there were two type of different methods in order to load the image. That's one's from the network and another one is from the assets. Okay. So basically, guys, in our example, as we are using the dartpad, we'll not be using the asset. Okay, because we are not having any folder over there hosted on the Google's dartpad. So basically, we are going to use the network image here. So what it basically does is it's going to read the particular image from that URL. Okay, it's going to make the like put it in the cache. Okay, then after that it's going to display it on your particular device. Okay, so now guys, here we've loaded the image from the network. Okay, that's from the URL. Now guys, here as we've seen earlier, that's the show details. Okay, so as we click here now on the show details, it's going to show some of the content related to that particular OL. Okay, so if you just click on that show detail, Aman, please click on the show details. Yeah. So now, guys, you can clearly see the smoothness of the animation. Okay. So here, guys, we can see that it's giving the information related to that owl. Okay. So here, what we've done is we've given the use the animated opacity. Okay. So basically, guys, what it's going to do is it's going to like as we've seen earlier that if you use the SetState, okay, so we can change the state for that particular widget. Okay. So in the similar way, guys, here we are basically changing the property of the opacity level. Okay, so if you just move from 0 to 1, okay, so it's basically going to increase the opacity. Okay, so here guys, there's the widget named as animated opacity, which is having the properties like duration. Okay, then opacity, which is going to hold the opacity level whatever it's going to hold. Okay, so, but by default we are going to give it as 0. Okay, because we don't want that before clicking it it should have some like display on the screen. Okay, in order to prevent that thing we are giving it the opacity as 0, so it won't be visible to any of the users. Okay, so after this, we are just going to set the particular value, okay, of that opacity level in order to display to the user on click of that particular show detail. Okay. So here, guys, we are going to call the set state on click of this particular text. Okay. So here, guys, in onPress method, we have defined the set state. Okay. In set state, we are basically going to set the value for the opacity level to 1. Okay. So now it's going to change its state and just change the opacity from 0 to 1. Okay. In that way, guys, it's going to work. That's what the animated opacity do. So now, guys, we'll just move towards another example. Okay. Awan, please can you just get back to our old one?
This one.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's the shape shifting effect. Okay. First, someone please just copy this code to the dartpad. Okay. You can just run it. Okay. Now, if you just click on the change, okay. So you can clearly notice, guys, nothing is going to happen, okay? Because now there's one thing. First, we haven't defined any behavior for the click of that particular button. That is the while we click on that change, okay? It's not going to show anything. There's null, okay? So, guys, first, in order to animate that particular widget, okay, we will have to define the particular behavior, that exactly what should happen to that widget when we are trying to like change its state from one state to another one. Okay. So basically, as the name itself suggests, that it's going to change the shape of that particular widget. Okay. So guys, here on press, we are going to now set the state. Okay. So Aman, please get back to the first step and copy the next to that particular code. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So now, guys, we'll just first run and then we'll see exactly what happens in the code. Okay. So as we click on change, okay, it's going to change the state of that particular widget, and it's going to like you can say change the size of the border. Okay. So now, guys, if we move toward the code, okay, here, guys, there's the widget first. Okay. So now we took the size box. Okay. There we've defined the width and height for the particular size box. That is the 128 and 128. Then after that, we took animated container. Okay. So as we know that the whole widget is going to change. Okay. So here we go with the animated container. I will tell more about that, exactly what animated container is. Then after that, guys, we are using the margin. Now here lies the age insights dot all. Now you might be wondering that exactly what this age insights and all means. Okay, so if you want to set the particular property for like all sites, okay, in that condition you will use age insights dot all. Okay, and if you want it on the particular site, you can like change it from here. Then after that, guys, here we've given the decoration, that is the box decoration. Okay, so there lies the color and border radius. As I have mentioned earlier, that whenever we are going to click this particular button, it's going to change the radius, okay, as well as the color. So basically, we are just having two variables which are going to hold the border radius as well as the color for that particular widget. Okay, so after this, whenever we will click on the button, it's going to set state for that two variables and going to reflect here. Okay, so now if we just have a look at our method, that is the change. Okay, I want please move to the change method. Okay, so here it is. Now, guys, here you can clearly see that we are using the set state. Okay, in order to change the value of that particular variable, which was initially holding some value. Okay, that is the color was holding the value as the deep purple. Okay, then after that, here we are calling the random border radius function. Okay, Aman, please move to this particular function so they can see. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so basically, guys, this random method is built in the particular library, that is the Dart math library, okay, which is going to generate some random number for you, because you don't have to write some complex code in order to generate one random string or random number or anything. Okay, so that provides that functionality too. So here, guys, we took random and then we call the next double method from that particular. Okay, then guys, there's another function, that's the random margin. Here, in the similar way, we took the double for our example. Then both of these methods are being called inside the border radius variable as well as the margin. Okay, so it's going to generate some random margin as well as the border radius. Okay, now guys, we defined these variable in the init state. Okay, so whenever your screen is going to like build, okay, at the first time, then it's going to initialize those variable with that particular values. Okay, so now if you just get back to our method, okay, that's the change. Aman, please get back to our change method. Yeah. So here it is, guys. We've just set the state for the color as well as border radius and margin. Okay. So from here, guys, we are basically going to change the shape. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. So, guys, is there any problem till now? So I can explain you those. Okay. No problem so far, guys. So can we just move to the next part? Okay. So we'll just move forward. Okay. So guys, Aman, please can you just get back to that screen? So we'll just have the overall example. So here, it's really simple. Okay. First, when the screen is built, we've just set the value for the particular variables. Okay, which are going to hold the color, border radius, and margin. Then after that, guys, once we've initialized those values, okay, so it's going to build some random shape over there. Okay, and after that, guys, whenever you will click this particular button, that's the change button, the method named as change, okay, is going to be called, and it's going to set the state for that particular variable which we defined earlier. That's the color, border radius, and margin. Okay, so which is going to reflect on that particular shape. Okay, that's it. It's really simple, guys. There's nothing to worry about in the animation. Once you get used to it, okay, you're not going to face any problem in the animations. So yeah, Aman, from here you can continue.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we'll start with one another important type of animation, which is tween animation, which you say. So when we come here, the type of animation, it's type of a, you can say, implicit animation, tween animation builder. It takes full ownership of the provided tween instance and it will mutate it. As Himanshu told you, implicit animations. So here, what happens, it will take the full ownership of the provided instance and it will change. Mutate, by mutate I mean it will change it. Once a tween has been passed to a tween animation builder, its properties should not be accessed or changed anymore to avoid interference with the tween animation builder. Now, when we talk about tween animation builder, one thing comes in our mind is like, what is a tween, right? So a linear interpolation between a beginning and ending value. So here what we do is, when we are specifying any animation, we specify the duration of it, like when it is going to start, like begin, and when it is going to end. So to use a tween object with an animation, we call the animate method. So that is the different thing. First of all, what main important thing which you need to know is, we begin with a particular value and we end with a particular value. So we need to provide some value to start with and value to end with. That means it's not a continuous animation. You are starting from one point and you are ending on another point. So this is what a tween means. So now we know what tween means. We will come again to our dartpad about how actually a tween animation works and why is it being used. That also you will know. So when we will open the dartpad, so when I'll run this, so as you can see, when I'm clicking, according to my interaction, it is coming from one point to another and then again going from that point. So how is it working? Is we are using here tween animation builder and we have provided a tween here. So what tween does is we have given the value that it will begin from 0. From 0 it will take to, it will get to the target value. Now what is the target value? When we go and see, we have defined the target value somewhere. It is 24. So what it will do is it will go from there to there. On click, it is setting the set state and it is setting the target value. It's checking if it is 24, then it is assigning as 48, otherwise it is being assigned to 24. So here as you can see in tween animation builder, we have the properties. First property is tween, where we have to specify from where we are starting and where we are ending the animation. Second is duration, where we are specifying up to how many seconds the animation should run. Third is a builder method, where we will be specifying a particular widget which we want to animate using tween animation builder. So I can, if I change it to 34 for example and run here, it will come as more big. It will go like that. I can tweak its duration. What if I specify it as 3? See. So this is how you can tweak it. So tween animation builder is used in many cases, you can say. I will tell you more like more fresh example where personally I have used tween animation builder. So when you go to some login screens and when you enter your phone numbers and when you click on next, so generally in today's sign up process what happens, you will receive an OTP to verify, right? So while you're receiving the OTP, a duration timer runs. So where it shows like it starts from 60 seconds and then decreases and go on to 60 seconds. So it will wait for 60 seconds. After 60 seconds it will give an option to resend the OTP, right? So if the OTP has not come yet, then please resend the OTP. In that case, I have used tween animation builder. So it will give you like more flexibility and you can change more of the things when you use this. So of course, this can be achieved using other widgets also, which are available in Flutter. So it all depends on your use case, what you're trying to do here. So when we come here, here it is written the relationship to implicitly animated widgets and animated widgets. So the implicitly animated widget has many subclasses that provide animated versions of regular widgets. And these subclasses animate changes in their properties smoothly and they are easier to use than their builder. However, tween animation builder is handy for animating any object property, animating any widget property given to a target value, even when the framework doesn't ship with an animated version of that widget. So this is how useful tween animation builder is. So here, what you can see is you will get the properties here. So these are the properties which you can use while using tween animation builder. You can specify its a unique key to it. So this is how it will be useful for you. And also one thing I wanted to cover here is you can also modify and add the curves here, like what curves you want to specify for animation. Like there are different types of curves which you can give, like ease in, ease out, bounce in, out. So those things also you can give. So animations, there one more use case you can find of these widgets which me and Himanshu have explained is when you want to like dynamically, yeah, you can say real time. You want to show the uh, prices of stocks updating. So you must have seen in other stock applications. So where the prices of different stocks changes dynamically. So it sometimes animates. So for that also we can use animations here. So I think I've covered this. So if anyone has any doubt about Queen Animation Builder, how it is being used, so please let me know.
Also, guys, I would like to tell you one more thing that you might be wondering that you don't want to use all those animations in like your application. Okay, then why should you learn? Okay, so the thing is, guys, Flutter is all about animation. Okay, basically, it's more focused towards the UI. So whenever you're going to build the applications, okay, so at that time you will need to like use the animation in order to keep the user interactive with your application. Okay, so along with that, guys, in this splash screen, okay, you can use those animation to make it more interactive. Okay, so you don't do user after opening the application won't feel like what this boring application is. Okay, the animation keeps the user interactive. Okay, so that's what the main role of the animation is in overall Flutter. And
Also in animations, when you start some things, so you need to responsibly dispose of it. Like if something is running, if you want to stop it, you need to use a dispose method. And also you need to use controller, animation controller. I think Himanshu has talked about it, right, Himanshu?
yeah, so basically,
So
guys, all these things comes under the concept of the memory management. Okay, so when you are building the application, okay, most of the applications are built very like they are having great UI and everything. Okay, but most of them lags in the memory management concept because the thing is, whenever you are building the complex application with complex UIs, okay, the whole widgets and everything is going to take the space on your RAM. That's going to affect the overall working of the application. So in order to prevent all those things, you need to dispose that widget. Okay, so it's going to clear the RAM and then going to reinitialize whatever the things you want to use. So that's what Aman is talking about using the dispose method. So that's, yeah, that's really important one.
okay, I think we have pretty much covered all the basics of animation, right?
Yeah, right.
We
So guys,
wanted to know your feedback, and we wanted to know if you have any doubts and questions about what you want to know about the animations. If anything new you want to know about animation, you can also tell us. And also, if you have doubts with the existing ones, the explanations which we have given, so there might be some case it would not be understandable. So you can tell us, so we can again explain that.
yeah, guys, if is there anything new like you want to share something or you need help in anything else, you can just put the comment in the comment section and we'll just get through it. It can be related to anything, guys. It doesn't matter that you are going to ask it related to the animation itself because today's session is related to the animation. Okay, so you can ask related to the first day session, second days, or anything else.
We have got three. Okay, I think there are no responses regarding that.
Yeah. So I guess we can just end our today's session related to the animation. Hope you guys enjoyed the session.
Okay, guys, bye.
Okay, so yeah, hand it over to Sania.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Himanshu and Aman. The session was really awesome, and we have our bag full with new insight and ready to animate some new cool applications. We will be sharing the link of quiz and feedback here itself. So just a second. Do fill the form to avail your certificates. Here we go. So do fill the form to avail your certificate. Thank you so much for joining. See you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you.